NFL playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On the carry, it's Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Returnable for Thomas. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 54. Not a wolf. 54. I'm scared. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Now they try the right side here. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
29. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 29 is the move.
Shotgun now for Murray. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, wide open. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where we're going to be and what do we need to get.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mack Wilson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. On third down, Sanders. And Tate's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Hey, team six.
To throw is Sanders. On first and 10. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm not ready.
Hey, Alpha. Snap.
Sanders to throw on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. On third down, it's McSorley. Now bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Rap.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. It's caught. Smith. And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. On first down, Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
I got you.
61, Matchbox Lights.
Watch out.
Hey! Be careful.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
80 weapons. 3 down.
Check 3.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Now Sanders looking to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Sanders. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Man, I got you. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Hey.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
Get it.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Hey, exit.
Sanders now operating from the gun. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play. To throw is Sanders. Throwing on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Safe. Check.
Sanders throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 3rd and long. Sanders. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Thomas. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Here we go. Time to end it. Man, I got you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Come on, set. 15-9. Eat. No chance. That's it. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Here we go.
A final shot before half from Murray. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Push him back.
Now Murray off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because I nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. I got one.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. the ground with a tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. 2nd and 11. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Go. Go. Hey, right 52.
Yes, yes.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Yeah.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. McSorley, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Sanders lets it fly for Thielen, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Steelers carry on first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Come on.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Five.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Look at me. Zipper.
Mike 52.
Here's Sanders to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Steelers 42,
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Go. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Let's go.
Now Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Hey, Wahoo! 52's the mic, boys. 52. Come off the ball. 52's the mic. Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Sanders now throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to slither by. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
With the score, Steelers 42, Vikings nothing.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go. I got motion.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 25 on 2nd down. Murray, he's going to take a shot. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 36, 36. Switch.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. He completes it to Tate. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Alpha.
To throw is Sanders on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Sanders looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Hey, exit.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Go.
Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Get ready.
Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Sanders. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here I come again.
Bravo. Big grip.
On 4th down, here's McSorley. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
To throw is Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
that right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. McSorley sets to pass. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, watch the lane. Mike, go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Pull it together. Check your hot read. Slam.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Steelers 52.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Oh, he fakes the spike. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Throwing on 2nd down, McSorley. that'll be incomplete. Good protection. That time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
It's third down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. All day, baby, all day, all day. We have to go.
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Here's McSorley to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Big hit all day. Sack City. Sack City, baby.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.